You are midwife to yourself and will give birth to yourself over and over in dark rooms alone. Always remember that 9 times out of 10, you probably aren't having a full-on nervous breakdown. You just need a cup of tea and a biscuit. You'd be amazed how easily and repeatedly you can confuse the two. Get a big biscuit tin. If you're not a confident person, pretend to be one. A library in the middle of a community is a cross between an emergency exit, a life raft, and a festival. Freely available. Hardcore. 21st century pornography blasts through men's and women's sexual imaginations like antibiotics and kills all mystery, uncertainty, and doubt, good and bad. We must recall the most important of humanity guidelines. Be polite. Being polite is possibly the greatest daily contribution everyone can make to life on earth. My core belief is that if you're complaining about something for more than 3 minutes, 2 minutes ago you should have done something about it. Feminism has had exactly the same problem that political correctness has had. People keep using the phrase without really knowing what it means. You wanted to become a doctor to help people and feel better at the end of your job. I think watching them as the nurse takes my hand, but I don't think you do feel better at the end of the day. You look like humans have constantly disappointed you. But as the years went on, I realized that what I really want to be, all told, is a human. Just a productive, honest, courteously treated human. You think it doesn't really matter if you screw up this time around because you can just sort it all out in paradise if you do it properly. Life is art, really. I hate that tabloid idea of anybody who is famous having to forfeit their privacy. We should have the lady balls to say, yeah, I like the look of this world, and I've been here for a good while watching. Now here's how I'd tweak it, because we're all in this together. We're all just, the guys. I don't regret not going to college. Students learn up to the age of 21, then stop. I'll always be learning the things that really matter in life. How to sign on, how to get free food, how to be streetwise, never feel this bad again, never come back to this place where only a knife will do. Live a gentle and kind life. Don't do things that make you want to hurt yourself. When you talk to a young teenage girl, they're just full of self-loathing. The reason they feel self-loathing is they don't feel normal. It is a world that has not been built for them. It's been built for men, and that's why they feel bad. The kind of classic pose of a female model is to look kind of sexy and a bit annoyed. Life divides into amazing, enjoyable times and appalling experiences that will make future amazing anecdotes. The problem with battling yourself is that even if you win, you lose. When a woman walks into a room, her outfit is the first thing she says before she even opens her mouth. Women are judged on what they wear in a way men would find incomprehensible. I am not good at small talk. I will hide in a cupboard to avoid chitty chat, and every book you find has its own social group, friends of its own it wants to introduce you to, like a party in the library that need never, ever end. You don't need to be legendary all the time. You can just be legendary for 10 minutes a day. I like a little bit of revolution. I think it's a very good hobby for a young woman, better than squash. So what do you do when you build yourself up, only to realize you built yourself with the wrong things? I've got more friends than I've ever had in my life at the age of 39, although given that I didn't have any friends until the age of 27. It doesn't say much, because I found the internet. All the things that are taboo are the things that are not normal, and all the things that are not normal are the things that are exclusively about physically being a woman. You can always tell when a woman is with the wrong man, because she has so much to say about the fact that nothing's happening. The next few weeks are some of the worst of my life, because I have discovered something amazing, that some people aren't just people, but a place, a whole world. Sometimes you find someone you could live in for the rest of your life. I never wanted to be famous. It was amusing at first, but now I hate it. I just wanted to be respected by people I respect, and I wanted to be rich. It's best to get rich, then you can do what you want. Feminism means something, legislation, cultural change, but girl power meant nothing more than being friends with your friends. Friends, we live in a caffeine world. We think in a caffeine way and we live caffeine lives. I have a pretty good handle on my anxiety. I basically treat myself like a nervy horse. Lots of exercise, lots of sleep, lots of interesting work to keep my mind occupied, and generally avoiding being ridden hard by strangers. Whenever I see a taboo, I just think that's something we need to drag screaming out into the light and discuss, because taboos are where our fears live, and taboos are the things that keep us tiny, particularly for women. Evenings never end. They just, without you noticing, turn into tomorrow. Any action a woman engages in from a spirit of joy and within a similarly safe and joyous environment falls within the city walls of feminism. A girl has a right to dance how she wants when her favorite record comes on. There are some women out there who are just going to look better with a mustache. That's statistics. Anger is just fear brought to the boil, and the question is always, when are you going to have kids? Rather than, do you want to have kids? As Germaine Greer puts it in The Whole Woman, to become a mother without wanting it is to live like a slave or domestic animal. This is what happens when it feels like the weight of the world is crushing right down on you. You fear it's going to change you forever. And you're right, it is. It's going to turn you into something that's both beautiful and the most indestructible thing on the planet. Choose your friends because you feel most like yourself around them, because the jokes are easy and you feel like you're in your best outfit when you're with them, even though you're just in a t-shirt. When young people are cynical and snarky, they shoot down their own future. When you keep saying no, all that's left is what other people said yes to before you were born. Really, no is no choice at all. It's really best not to tell people when you feel bad. Growing up is about keeping secrets and pretending everything is fine. Catherine Elizabeth Moran, born April 5, 1975, in Brighton, the eldest of 8 children. She has 4 sisters and 3 brothers. She has described her father, who is of Irish extraction, as a psychedelic rock pioneer drummer who did session work with many well-known bands in the 60s, later confined to the sofa by osteoarthritis. Moran lived in a 3-bedroom council house in Wolverhampton with her parents and siblings, an experience she described as akin to the Hunger Games. Moran attended Springdale Junior School and was then educated at home from the age of 11, having attended Wolverhampton Girls' High School for only 3 weeks. She and her siblings received no formal education from their parents. The local council allowed this, as home education is legal in England. Moreover, according to Ms. Moran, they were the only hippies in Wolverhampton. The children frequently occupied their time with simple games, such as throwing mud at their house. Moran describes her childhood as happy, but revealed she left home as soon as she was able to do so at the age of 18. Moran is an English journalist, broadcaster, and author at The Times, where she writes 2 columns a week, one for the Saturday magazine and the satirical Friday column, Celebrity Watch. Moran was named British Press Awards BPA Columnist of the Year for 2010, and both BPA Critic of the Year 2011 and Interviewer of the Year 2011. In 2012, she was named Columnist of the Year by the London Press Club and Culture Commentator at the Comment Awards in 2013.